Best memory I have of him is summers in Standish when we would go visit my grandparents and my dad, and he worked at like the campground there. He's the pool guy, and lots of people in Standish still know him as the pool guy.
And the pool guy was a cool guy. 53-year-old Darren Rulison loved Star Wars, woodworking, and NASCAR.
He's had a wild life.
A wild life that ended in a Gladwin County snowmobile crash in late November. But through it all, his daughter Natasha has stayed positive.
I got the phone call and I was like, that seems perfect way to leave the world.
But since her father's death, she's run into a problem. Over and over. She can't get a hold of his death certificate. Without it, her family can't receive Darren's life insurance.
It blows my mind because you know how many other people are dealing with the same thing.
Natasha was told it'd take 4 to 6 weeks. COVID cases were backing things up. So by February, with no updates, she called the funeral home. They said to call the Gladwin County Medical Examiner's office. They said Saginaw County handles their cases, so she called.
They said, we're just really backed up. There's been a lot of deaths because of COVID. They said, they'll email the person who takes care of the autopsy reports.
2 months went by, no certificate. She called again yesterday.
Had the same response. They said, we can put an email through and see if he can speed it up.
She called the Saginaw County clerk too.
She said it wasn't in their system, so it hasn't been created. It's just so overwhelming to dig everything up again.
So she took to Twitter and got a hold of me, and I started investigating.
Hi there, this is Scott with TV5.
I was able to get in touch with Russell Bush. He's a Saginaw County medical examiner, and he also covers Gladwin as well as some other places in mid-Michigan. Now, he said that it was the first time that he was hearing about this problem, so he decided to look into it for me. And this evening, he found out what happened. This death certificate was signed March 15th. They had been waiting on a final autopsy report. He said they usually take 8 weeks, could be more because of backups. So, since March 15th, supposedly the certificate has been waiting in the Gladwin County clerk's office. I called, but it was after hours. The funeral home was closed too. I told Natasha, who plans to call first thing in the morning. Scott Walchek, WNEM, TV5.